Hey everybody, happy Sunday. This is Jason with XetaCell. I've had a couple of users request that I do a walkthrough of the accounting and the payroll capabilities of XetaCell. So um, that's what I kind of want to look at today. And we'll get started by just kind of reviewing the dashboard here, breaking the orders down by status. It shows us everything that needs to be scheduled, everything that has been scheduled, everything that has been inspected and is now due, everything that has been delivered to the client and is waiting for payment, and everything that is payable in the next payroll cycle. So today we're gonna zoom in on these two items: delivered, waiting for payment, and payable. Delivered, waiting for payment is basically a reflection of what you can view in the AR tab of the accounting section. This shows everything that has been delivered to the client in this test environment and is waiting for payment. So for this example, let's just say that I received a notification today that several of these items had been paid. Um, so for example, um, client test 3 sent us an EFT payment for $350 for this appraisal. We're going to hit the drop down here and select EFT and click receive. That's going to move that item into the payroll column, which is always viewable under payroll here in the accounting section under payroll. You can see the order here for from client test 3 for $350 is in the queue to be paid to appraiser 1 at a rate of 96 at a fee percentage split of 96%, which gets calculated over here. You can see that the fee for the order was $350. 96% of that is $336, and that's the amount that's due to be paid. So before we go through a sample payroll, I'm going to go back into my accounts receivable and receive payment on a couple more of these items. Let's say that client test 3 also sent us a payment for order AP-30004, and they sent it by check. So we're going to, from the drop down list here, we're going to select check. We're going to click on receive. That is going to move that item again to payroll. Ready to be paid for appraiser number 2, who gets a 56% fee split. So the total payment was $350. The appraiser's split is $196. That's 56% of $350. That is ready to be paid as well. So let's just grab one more of these. For example, let's say that AMC Test 4 sent us a payment for the appraisal we did at 2456 Street Avenue. They sent us an EFT payment. That's not a good example because that one's 0. Let's go with this one. AP-32006. That's client test 4. They sent a payment for the appraisal we did at 23456 Street Southeast. The fee was $300, and they sent it via EFT. So we're going to select EFT. We're going to hit receive right next to it. That's going to move that over into the orders ready to be paid. And here you can see that it got moved into payable status. So in a nutshell here, our payroll summary is that appraiser 1 is due to be paid $336. Appraiser 2 is due to be paid $364 for 2 orders. And appraiser 3 is due to be paid $945 for 4 orders at 60% split. Total of 7 orders that are ready to be paid for a total of $1,645. So we're going to come down here, we'll run payroll record for appraiser 1 first. And if you pay them by check, you can just put your check number in here if you like. If not, you can just hit process. That's going to create a payroll record for appraiser 1. It was processed on January 18th, 2026 in the amount of $336. for check payment 2345. We can always go here and view this. This is what we like to do. We like to view the record and then hit print, and this provides us with a neat little printable page that we can print out and hand to them with their check. So the next payroll, we'll run all three of these just for the sake of example. Let's just call this one check 1235 and run process. You can see that it created payroll ID number 235 for appraiser 2 on January 18th, 2026 in the amount of $364, and it was paid, or is going to be paid, with check number 1235. So we'll click view. Here's the actual payroll record. It shows all of the orders that were paid in that payroll record. If we hit print, this will give us a neat printable little object for the to print out and hand them with the payment. So the last one, we go back to payroll. As you can see, appraiser 1 and appraiser 2 have no open orders to be paid because we already processed their records. The last one for today is appraiser 3. We're going to look at these orders and just make sure that these are correct, that all of these payments came in for these orders for this appraiser, that the total amount of the fees was $1,575, and the amount that we're going to pay them, that's their split, 60% split at $945 is their total payroll amount. So we're going to do sample check 1236 and hit process. That is going to create payroll ID number 236 for appraiser 3 on January 18th, 2026 for the amount of $945, and it's going to be paid with check number 1236. If we click view here, we can view the entire payroll record, which shows us all of that information as well. You can also see all of the orders that were paid during that payroll record. And if you hit print here, it'll give you a neat printable version to hand them with their check. So that's basically how payroll works. As you receive payments, you just come here to accounts receivable, you select your payment type and receive it, and then whatever your payroll frequency is, whenever you're ready to process that, you just go to payroll and hit process, and that'll run all of those into a neat little payroll record which you can print out and hand to them. They can also at any time, they can go under their profile and view all of their previous payroll records anytime they like. And if at any time you decide that you want to, let's say, change the percentage split that this appraiser gets, you can always manage that under Appraisal Company Manage. You select the appraiser that you want to adjust and click on View, Edit, and then you can update their percentage accordingly. So they're getting a raise to 97%. We're going to save it. Now the next time you run a payroll record for that appraiser, it will process at 97% instead of the previous 96%. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, you can always contact us at support@XetaCell.com or leave a comment on the video and we'll respond to you as quickly as we can. Thanks again. Have a great day.